Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Wildermyth. So, pretty excited today. We are going to be doing our first patrol and hoping to weaken this this party over here so that we can assault the Trim Landing Forge. And I think we're gonna jump right on in with a patrol here. We've actually never done one before, but you know, we kind of learned our lesson last time we split our heroes apart. So we're gonna send all of these guys together. And we'll see what comes of it, because we might be able to get a little bit of extra experience here, hopefully. So it looks like it's been cleared of infestation. I don't think we actually got anything, so interesting. So it looks like patrolling just clears that infestation without us actually having to fight. So as you can see here, the strength was previously at 5, and now it's at 4 because we cleared this infested tile. So we're going to send our guys over here and see if we can't get a little bit of experience and get right on into the battle, and hopefully none of our guys die. So we'll see what happens here. None of us knew what had changed the beasts who roamed our wilds. We knew something lived inside them. Blue burning hate that frenzied them, then left them still. A stoned sentence, worse and more deadly than any venom. Today, we would finally find out where it came from, and why it wouldn't stop. Well, Trim Landing Forge looks mostly intact, says Zura. But should we still stay ready? Dungeon? Anything? If it were up to me, we wouldn't be coming here, but here we are. Personally, I'm done expecting things to go smoothly. Yeah, I'm with you, says Dungeon. Now, Elmdrick kind of just joined the party and he's already a skeptic, so. Their approach to the town of Trim Landing Forge is completely silent. That's never good. It's quiet. Too quiet. Alright, so we're gonna explore this town here. I think what we're gonna do is probably send Zura, actually. She's got that silk step, so we want to send her up and see if she can scout a little bit here. I think we're gonna just kind of leave her cloaked, and why don't we push up here? So I don't see anything around. Now there might be some stuff in here, but I think we're generally gonna try and keep everyone together if we can. So let's move Dungeon up right next to Zura. And then we'll bring Elmdrick right next to him and see if we can form somewhat of a wall here. Now, I don't know what is inside this area, but I'm actually really not even sure if we can, like, loot any of these things or what. So, I mean, there is a chest right here. I'm going to see if we can bring Mornmire up and maybe interact with it. Looks like it'll have to be on the next turn. But we'll send Zura right into here. And it looks like there's really not a whole lot. So we'll send her back up. And it looks like these villagers have maybe been turned to stone. Yeah, petrified. Beyond our help now. Okay. So Mornmire, what can we do with you? Can you do anything with this chest here, guy? Doesn't really look like it. Okay, so why don't we send him right next to Zura. We'll keep these guys on our back line, and we'll send Dungeon up here. Okay. We'll have him guard. And we might be able to open this door here. And one thing that I like to do, guys, I like to explore. I'm more or less a completionist when it comes to this kind of stuff, so we're gonna send Elmdrick over here. Alright, looks like we got something happening. And they're noticing everything is petrified. Abominable. How many more are there? We shouldn't be here. We need to leave. There's tracks. They go up to that barn door. Wait. Shh. You hear that? Whatever did this could still be inside. Okay. So it looks like enemies have finally spawned on the board here. And Yeah. Looks like Elmdrick may be sitting over here on his lonesome, but we're going to have him open the door anyway. And it looks like we have revealed a monster. I think what we're going to try and do is maybe hole up in this back portion a little bit. So we're going to have him maybe just stay right here. We're going to block that door. And we're going to bring Dungeon up as well, right next to him. Okay, so with Zura, we'll keep her in Silk Step, bring her on over here. I don't really think we can do a lot with Mornmire at the moment. Okay, and it looks like it was probably a good thing that we ended up moving. I don't know if we can interact with a whole lot, but let's see if we can bring our guys in here. Maybe it is best to do that. Yeah, let's move him up. We'll slap him on Guardian once more. We'll bring Dungeon up in here. And can we... Yeah, we can have him engage. Okay. Alright, so now they're going to be wanting to attack Dungeon instead of the party that's over here at the door. But we can also fire a shot. There we go. We might be able to get a nice interfuse as well. So what can we do here? Yeah, I think we'll just do a discus right next to this guy. Okay, so that one's taken out. And why don't we have Dungeon move on up here? We definitely need to take these guys out because they are leaving those corrupted tracks. So I think what we're going to try and do is maybe have Mornmire interfuse with this Trow and get some Scalding Rain. I don't know if we can... Yeah, we can't reach the other one, but that's alright. Nice little bit of damage. And then we'll have Zura pop on. I think if we bring her here, it might be better. Actually, let's bring her right here, because then we can move Dungeon up and have him kind of keep guard. So yeah, we'll bring Dungeon up right there, and then we'll try and bring Elmdrick right here. Okay. So that seemed to work in our advantage. We were able to take him down from range. Very nice. And that hammer is definitely getting put to good use here. We'll have Dungeon take him out. And why don't we move Elmdrick right here? And I think we might be able to do a Scalding Rain on this row. Yeah, and then we can maybe bring Zura up right here. See if she can't get a nice shot. Excellent. Okay, so we defeated the ambush. And I think we'll have Dungeon take the lead on this one here. We might actually end up checking out what's inside that house as well, because I really don't want to miss anything, just in case. Bring Zura up over here. At least she's within a decent range to fall back. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's anything in this barn that we really care about. Or not the barn, but the house. So we're just going to head straight over. And keep everyone nice and close here. We'll probably have Zura. She can go right here. And a nice little link between all of them. What is he doing? Okay, I think that withdraw is of the Trow over here. So we'll have Dungeon head up on here. And Elmdrick Okay. Yeah, let's keep all of our heroes together. And next turn, we will investigate what's inside this barn. Alright, looks like we've unlocked a new monster. Shimmering fluidly, its silent, slithering approach fascinates the mind as it haunts the heart. Alright. Now why don't we move Dungeon into this point right here? It looks like, I'm not sure if this guy has, yeah, it looks like he does have a ranged attack, so we're gonna have to close in with him as soon as possible, I think. We'll probably move Elmdrick up as close as we can. But he's already taken a little bit of damage, so we don't want him to be too much of a frontliner at the moment. And then we'll bring Mornmeyer up here. See if he can interfuse with anything along the way that may help us out. 2 damage, 2 damage. I think... let's try Barrage. No, let's try the cooking pot. I think the cooking pot might be fun. Oh, he can't really do anything with that, can he? Okay. That's unfortunate. Maybe Zura will be able to reach this guy with her Quelling Moss. No, looks like that wall is inhibiting our approach. We got a nice block. Oh, alright. A little counter there. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think this will work out rather nicely. Okay, and it looks like Dungeon has a extra stunt chance. So we can probably take this thing out right now, which I think we're gonna do. And that was due to the rivalry that they actually had. So we utilized that bonus there. Okay. Seems like it's a nice little upgrade for Mornmeyer there. We got some block. We're definitely gonna give that to Dungeon. Make him our tank here. Dungeon, wake up. It's done. We shouldn't have come here. What? Nothing is beyond us. I think we've proven that. He's rather confident. The hulking carcass steams from its many wounds. Hideous convulsions course along its appendages to the extremities of its body. Then... oh boy. What's going on here? The thing's tremendous tail flicks across the barn. It plucks Elmdrick up like he's a straw doll, his weapons falling uselessly from his hands as it pulls him in. Elmdrick, don't panic. A voice leaks from Elmdrick's mouth. It's a wrong voice, weird and discordant, like someone fretting and plucking a fiddle who's never picked one up. Still yourselves, bone sacks. This one speaks my words. I can make it die. You are not alike to us. Weak lungs and small minds, stacks of splintering bones, thin blood that will so readily betray you. Why flail for your lives? So noisy. Tell us what you want. We'll exchange it for Elmdrick, says Zura. You think I flail for life as you do. I am Gorgon. The Master Ulstrix has promised us silence. The voice dissolves into a sound like rain or distant waves. Wriggling grips tighten. A tentacle invades Elmdrick's ear. Oh boy. Stop. Dungeon leaps forward, lifting a nearby pitchfork and hurling it with thunderous force. Stop, I said. Oh, good shot. The tines of the fork sink into the beast's neck. Elmdrick falls free of its tendrils. As Zura and Mornmeyer rush over to make certain of the Gorgon's demise, Dungeon supports Elmdrick, helping him to stand. You're here, Elmdrick. You're alright. A strange stony affliction spreads from Eldric's ear. Eldric? This isn't over. I saw its mind. The stone was in its claws. Eldric takes the stone from Zura's palm, turning it in front of his eyes, catching slender sunbeams that slice the barn wall. The strange polyhedral stone is slick with Gorgon blood. Each face is graven with an intricate image. The word in the Gorgon's head was Epichrist. This town, Trim Landing Forge, these petrified people, even this monster, insignificant in the coming epoch. The Epichrist glistens, sticky and blue. The Gorgons have a master, Ulstrix it's called. It's looking for something, some myth or secret. I think the riddle is in this stone. I think we have to find out what Ulstrix wants, and make sure he doesn't get it. Okay. So what are we doing here? It looks like we have somewhat of a choice. I think we can definitely go with we can definitely go with the retirement age. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. And Dungeon seems to be the leader of the party, so we want to keep him around as long as we possibly can here. Oh, it looks like we don't have a choice, so seems that is happening regardless of what we do. Okay. Alright, so based on our performance of this chapter, we've earned 9 years of peace. That is pretty cool. So it looks like we have actually finished up the chapter here. Let's see what else we got. We got resources over here on the side. Your victory has undermined the enemy's plans. They've been weakened. Okay, so the corrupt path from the Rager is gone. It looks like the strength of this guy is gone, and same with that one. During the years of peace, the Gorgon's mark grew and crusted over to cover one side of Eldric's face. It would be a grim reminder of the encounter that day in Trim Landing Forge barn. Dungeon and Eldric were stopped by a passing woman, a former resident of the abandoned village in Brightstrand where the Great One once feasted. She said their intervention, bloody though it had been, saved countless lives. Eldric is confronted by this cold logic, but nightmares erode at even our most well-reasoned assurances. Zura settled in at Fairy Lair Stills and found herself enamored with the process. Her signature brew, Eldric's Saga, became a regional favorite. Alwyn Blind didn't make it into any maps until Zura and Eldric brought in a two-headed bear one morning. Okay. Then everyone started showing up, testing their skills or asking for advice. So this is actually really cool. It's going over what our accomplishments were in the process. So, looks like during the years of peace, advanced Zura's transformation, gem arm. So it looks like the gem is now spreading to her. And shields reduce damage from non-flanking attacks by 1. Okay, yeah, let's advance it. Seems good. And I'm not sure what we're doing here. Oh, gear upgrades. All right. So what have we got? I'm definitely liking Dungeon having the spear. I don't know if we can kind of just choose whatever here, but okay. So it seems like this is based off of the rewards that we have earned through the chapter. Dungeon definitely seems to be our go-to when it comes to getting in things' faces. So let's just see what kind of stuff we can get. And give him what looks like a rapier, an axe, or a great axe. Okay. Got a mace. Yeah, I'm definitely liking him having that spear. It's quite nice. Spear and the shield seem pretty good. So I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna craft that item for him. The dust song. Okay. Okay. Let's do that. What else can we do here? Can we swap to another hero or maybe. So Eldric is kind of messed up. Can we do anything for Mornmire? Kind of want to give him a new staff here. Yeah, really increase that spell damage. I think that's going to be pretty good for us in the long run. So why don't we do that? Can he do anything with the dagger? No. Alright, yeah, let's upgrade Mordmeier's staff to the Phantom Unraveler. Okay, now can we do anything with this bow? Doesn't really appear that we can. And it looks like the Castle Song is probably the best two-handed that we can get for Eldrick. We don't really need to give these guys a secondary weapon, at least not in my opinion. I think they're doing just fine. And can we do anything with that? So it looks like all this is going in the offhand, and unfortunately Eldrick really isn't able to do anything with that. So I think we're probably good unless we can, yeah, we can definitely upgrade that dagger. But is there anything else that we can do? Are there any just regular bows or... Okay, so she can't equip that, most likely because of her transformation there. I think we might be set unless we can upgrade any armor. Ooh, we can. Look at that. Okay, so I think Dungeon is probably going to get a nice new armor set. That seems really, really good. Pretty much just a straight up upgrade for him. Yeah, I think it's good that we invest in our tank here. Alright, so the item description is... Wilderguard has the tendency of accentuating the bestial natures of blood-hungry barbarians. Expertly worked leathers, furs, and hides combined with opportune plate, spikes, and monster part composes a great protective... something. It almost seems as though this would probably be better on Eldrick. And maybe the tank stuff would probably be good on Dungeon. I think we might try and do that. So let's make Eldrick a little bit more beefy here, and then we'll see what we can get away with Dungeon. Okay, so we can actually do that. That's really good. Almost entirely linked metal rings with some vulnerabilities, but mostly solid, hefty, but flexible and not too cumbersome. That's kind of what we want. And it looks like all of our guys now have at least a 1-star outfit and are running with a 1-star weapon. So I think we're doing all right. All right, Mordmeier volunteered his free days to deciphering the Epichrist. If it's true, it hasn't always gone smoothly and progress has mostly dripped along. The meanings of the weird stone have remained inscrutable for years. But today, something in his research slides into place. There's history here. And he can now guess where their enemies might be. It explains why we've had a few years of relative peace. Do you see what I mean? Here, imagine you're trying to raise an army. What's the first thing you do? Raise an army, says Zura. Right, an army. Out of just normal folks. I suppose I do what other leaders in history have done, which is, I'd have to study that. Okay, a symbol. You'd want a symbol to rally support, wouldn't you? Especially if your people are ancient and set in their ways. Big think. So you're saying Ulstrix, our master of Gorgons, needs this thing. What is it, some kind of divine spear? As a symbol to help convince the other Gorgons to follow it? Yes, that's what I believe, says Mordmeier. And what does it need to do that? Why does it need the spear? Why does it need the support of others like it? What is Ulstrix? All interesting questions. What I know is what I've learned from the stone and our meager archive. I was able to find other records of Epichrist, rubbings. That was my first clue. An Epichrist is like an ancient storytelling device, a way for telling a time-honored myth, but maybe in a different order or fashion. That's what I think. But anyway, sorry, I'm getting swept up. I checked the story elements here against some of our older legends. You know that tall tale? Kind of a poem or a song in some places. Queen of the Seas? No, but get to the point, says Zura. Our stone tells almost the same story. Almost. and according to our version, the spear was laid to rest in a named cavern. It's on one of our maps. So that gives us an advantage, right? We know where it is. But they've got a pretty big head start, so I don't know if it has anything to do with this, but Gorgon sightings are picking up again. Now seems like a good time for us to get started. Dungeons are ready to roll out. We've all changed, remember? All the havoc those things caused, and we couldn't stop them. But we're ready this time, aren't we? Knowledge is a knife to cut through destiny's net. We go well armed. The shadows deepen. All monster groups will draw an extra monster card in every battle. Okay, so it looks like we've moved on to our next campaign here, or our next chapter. And we've got a couple new places that seem like they've unlocked. So we've got something down here with a new recruit opportunity, which I think we're probably going to try and go straight for. We've also got a new investigation that we're going to do. So I think, like I said, we're going to jump down there and do that. But that'll have to be in the next episode, and we'll have to see what recruit that we get and what they're going to do and how much they're going to add to our party. So without further ado, guys, I want to go ahead and say thanks for watching, and if you liked what you saw, you liked my readings, feel free to comment, like, subscribe. Let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are and what I can do better. If you guys have any advice at all, like I said, always receptive towards it, and love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.